Hey everyone, so we are back once again for another Stocks by Request where we feature, we double down, and we analyze the top stocks that you've requested via social media. So for the first time in a very, very long time, we're gonna analyze 5 stocks. I was just planning to do 4 stocks, but Dito and Now just continue to move. Dito and Now is continually pushing up. And I was gonna analyze Jollibee also because a lot of you guys who were from Instagram were sliding DMs asking about Jollibee, and then we're gonna do Jollibee. Then I had another stock that I wanted to add, but we have a request from our Patreon community from Mary Rose Theodora Chang, who's asking for CNPF and DNL. So that's what we're gonna do here, right now. So, by the way, if you're new to this channel, my name's Marvin. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and we do daily videos on investing and the stock market for both of my channels, Marvin Germo and this one, Stock Investing Made Easy. So if you want to know more about trading the markets with confidence, like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell so you get updated every time we come up about new content on investing and the markets. Now, allow me to double down first and talk about the PSEI because that's what we've been doing. So you see from a broad market where we are. So by the way, I forgot to say this. Over the next few days, we have Jonathan Ravelas, who's one of the, I guess, more seasoned technical analysts because he's been trading the markets using technicals for more than 2 decades now. And of course, when it comes to the markets, it's all about seasonality and experience. And I've been doing it just for over a decade. So uh, I hope that you also get a lot of insights from that. I think the first video is dropping tomorrow where we will talk about Elliott Wave. Anyways, let's start with the PSEI. So as you can see, the market September 29 closed 5841. Volumes are still very, very low. You have to remember that up until this point, foreigners are still going out of the market. Foreigners are still selling. And while all of that is happening, we are still in our current progression under a descending triangle where we have not broke past this resistance level, and that has been happening since we hit the high of June. And as of today also, large red candle brought it down to 5841, which gives us already around 5 days below the 20-day moving average. That being said, the support levels that I've mentioned over the past few days are still stands 5672 and 5457 as the next levels of support. Now let's look at the stocks that you guys requested. I want to start things off with DNL. This is how DNL looks like. If you look at it and you try to zoom out from a longer period, now this is the general progression of DNL since it did its IPO. You had one long, large run up. You had a long consolidation period. This was around 2016 all the way to the break that we had in 2019. But after that long consolidation period, pretty much no, it still has not reversed. It still has not gotten out of that particular trend. And if you look at it here, this is the downward progression. This is the downward push. And this particular line that I drew is its current resistance. Even the 200-day moving average is confirming that, hey, we still have not seen any reversal yet for DNL. That's still, the downward progression is still intact. Now, these are the resistances. These are the next ranges for DNL as of today. So if you look at it from this perspective, the next possible resistance for DNL is 595. I repeat, 595, which also coincides to where the 200-day moving average is. So the upward push that we've seen is just pretty much because of its bounce from this particular support level, which is around the 4.18 level. And that being said, you have a push somewhere around here where the next target price or the next possible iteration of where it could possibly go is the 595 level. If you would allow me to put more short-term areas here, these are the next short-term place for DNL. You have You have the 5.95 resistance, but also from a short-term perspective, there was a shorter and smaller support at the 5.5 level, which if you look at today's movement, DNL broke today. So that being said, should continued selling happen, it's possible downside is it could possibly go back to the 4.98, or you could put it around the 5 peso level. So again, failure to stay above the 5.5 level will bring DNL back to 5, and failure to hold 5 could make it slide lower to around 4.37 or to as low as 4.18. But as of now, we're still at the 5.51 level. Let's see over the next 3 days if that level will really be broken and we can see it go back to 5, or if buyers will prevail and it has a shot to go to the 5.95 level. But that being said, trend followers, we still have not seen any reversal yet for DNL. Now let's look at CNPF. For CNPF, this is how it is. This is how I drew it the last time we started analyzing. And as what I said, it has started to push and continually started to push up from a trend perspective. However, over the short term, because it failed to break the 18.45 level, it experienced a level of correction. And that being said, as it experienced a level of correction, it tried to challenge the support at the 17.2 level, which is almost similar to where the 20-day moving average is. Then you saw a break here, break, stayed below still for the third day, started to push up, Then today, it opened above the support level at 17.22, but it closed, it opened, correct, it opened above the 7.22, it opened above the 7.22 support level. It opened at around 17.5, but because it hit the 20-day moving average, you saw it close at 17.26, which as of now is still above the 17.21 level. So you can write this down. If it stays above the 17.21 level, the progression will bring it to around 18.45, which is where the resistance is right now. But that being said, from a trend perspective, the trend line that I drew that started since March is still not broken. It's probably consolidating within the uptrend. Please remember, for an uptrend, there are ranges also that get built, and the current range right now is 16.5 with 18.45 as the larger resistance. So at some point in time, should it break past the 18.45 resistance, we are just validating that the uptrend for this is still pretty much also intact. It's still something that is pushing on a upward pace. So if you're a position trader, as long as the trend line is holding, there's no need for you to sell. There's no need for you to get out of the position. But if you're a quick trader, please respect the support and resistance level 16.5, 17.2, and 18.45. You can place your buy, sell, hold, avoid targets from those ranges that I've set. But please, I'll say this over and over, these are not stock picks. I hope that while this is being done, you're analyzing the stocks also on your own. You're writing down, jotting down, creating notes, seeing the logic and the strategy of how I've been doing things. But in the same way, you're not just relying on what I say, because please remember, never ever buy a stock just because it gets analyzed by someone on YouTube. It has to be you who should do the due diligence on how you should buy and sell a stock, because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your responsibility. And thank you so much to Mary Rose Teodoro Chang from our Patreon community who sent this. And I hope that this is something that is helping you as well in terms of how you get to analyze your stock. Next, let's look at Jollibee. Jollibee had quite a good run for today. And if you'll allow me to show you this also, uh, I'll just erase this and I'll zoom in. It's quite clear also that you can see this line that I drew, this trend line that I drew right here. It dropped that somewhere around September 14. But if you follow the narrative, it consolidated a bit, bounced off 132, broke out from the 130, from the 20-day moving average, and eventually broke out from the 137 level. It allowed it to go back to the upward projection that we have drawn. But now it's faced that, if you allow me to zoom in further, it's now at the 144 resistance level. So from a uh, quick trading standpoint, it's very evident here that the 144 level is a level of resistance. If it breaks out from that, then we see Jollibee going to 150. If it fails to hold that, then Jollibee just goes back and retraces to the 137, 138 level. So please do note, breakout from 144, short-term movement will bring it to 150, 151. Failure to hold 144, it will bring it to the 137, 138 level. Ayan na naman ako, nakalimutan ko na naman i-zoom in. I'm sorry. So this is how Jollibee would look like. So again, please just write this down, 144. If it converts into the new support, then we see it go to 150, 151. If it does not hold, then it goes back to the 137, 138 level. And as long as Jollibee does not break from the 151 level, then it has no shot yet to go back to the 183, 184 price point. And it will just confirm that it's just currently consolidating. So again, this entire upward push is predicated on it breaking past the 151 level, which, if it breaks past that, allow me to give you and create another video to talk more about that as well. But what's nice about this, and I guess what's nice about this second channel, is it allows me to do more stock charts on a daily basis. And as it allows me to do more stock charts also on a daily basis, it allows me to analyze it for all of you, and we get to see the progress of the charts that we would want to see. Now, by the way, if you want to have the stocks requested also, either put them in the comment section if you have a stock that you want to be analyzed, or aside from putting it in the comment section, you can slide a DM via Instagram or join our YouTube community or our Patreon community as well. Anyways, let's look at the stocks that have been moving up over the past days and have been giving some sort of, I guess, movement, volatility, and also liquidity on our markets, because as a whole, no, there's really not a lot of value turnover in the markets in general, and these two stocks have brought a bit of movement and a bit of action as well. So let's start first with now. uh, this is how now telecom is right now. So this is from yesterday's video. You can see that now is currently progressing and going towards the resistance that we have at the 3.7 level. So after this bounce that we see, red candle, green candle, it opened. This is the closing price at 3.2. You saw the stock hit an opening of 3.29, then intraday selling started to happen, hit 3.15, but there was a larger amount of buying that caused it to close at the 3.32 level. So as of the time that I'm making this video, it's quite evident that now is on its way to go back to the resistance at the 3.7 level. Again, as of this point in time, also from a trend analysis perspective, it's still very evident right after this reversal now has massive, not massively, but in a way become more bullish. So that's where we are at for now. Then I want to talk about Dito. So I'm running this stocks, the analysis of this stocks a bit faster, because we've been doing this daily naman. So if you want more context, you can just go and reference the other videos that we've had in this channel for both Dito and now. So Dito, again, breakout 4 peso level as it started to break out from this level, large green candle, September 28th, closing it at the 4.5. Then today, it closed at the 4.99 level. And if you remember the chart that I made the last time, I mentioned that there's a resistance at the 5 peso level. So please remember this and write this down. Dito, resistance 5, failure to break 5, target price 4.44, downside target. But if it breaks out from 5, there's a narrative and a possibility that it goes to the 5.6 level. So I repeat, today, although it had a large move as seen here at the 4.99 level, it's already close to the resistance at 5.05. So should there be any short-term profit taking? It's normal, it's part of the game because the stock is at the resistance. And if it if short-term profit taking will happen at the 5.05 level, then we may see it drop to 4.4 over the short term. But again, if it breaks out from the 5.04 level, jot down 5.6 as an area for you, as a target for you to be able to adjust your price point, because that's where the next resistance is. So there, I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that added value and content to all of you, and I hope that this is something that allowed you to trade the markets with confidence, because at the end of the day, it's all about following a plan that fits you, either fundamentals or in this video that we're making, it's all about technical analysis and employing attention to be able to execute with that with the right capital. So that's it. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this is something that is helping you, and I hope that this is something that gives you enough understanding to help you navigate this new normal where we are in. And I hope this helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Germo. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.